Hi, Troy here from Out of Time. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects, the French Army from World War I. French Army from that period, they suffered tremendously and they stood up to a battering that I don't think most armies would have been able to incorporate and end up being on the winning side. Some of the French Army innovations of the period that they don't really get credit for, the first helmet made for general use by the infantry. They called themselves, the infantry at least, called themselves the poilu, meaning the hairy beasts. Um, in addition to the first helmet, or modern helmet, they also introduced the first modern artillery piece, the French 75 or the 75, which still lives on. You can ask most bartenders, they'll tell you the French 75 is a delicious cocktail made from gin, champagne, and has a lemony flavor. Gives a bang, much like the gun it's named after. So the French 75 artillery piece had a pneumatic a hydro-pneumatic recoil system that allowed the artillery piece, the barrel, to slide back on the carriage. So when you fired it, you didn't have to roll it back up to its original position and re-sight it. The gun itself would stay right where it's supposed to be, meaning you could fire 15 or more aimed shots in a minute. Whereas before, you'd be lucky to get off 3. But in addition to this, it was the main artillery piece used, or the lighter artillery piece used by the French Army. And when the Americans got involved in the war, it was the main American artillery piece, hence why you can still find it sitting out in front of a lot of different VFW posts scattered throughout the U.S. In addition to that, we incorporated the Shosha light machine gun and a lot of the tactics as adopted by the French Army. So this gun can also be seen in the new Netflix movie, All Quiet on the Western Front. So the big replica tanks that they have of the Saint-Chamond that you see overrunning the German trench line have big old gun poking out the front of the tank. That's a French 75. So interesting stuff. Definitely give the French Army a second look, especially from World War I.